If your words were only ever uttered by you, then how much did you really live? I find that the real joy in life is in learning to live for more than yourself. We at Uncle Emerson's house. This is the free basement headquarters. I'm making it sound fancy, it's not that fancy, but yeah, we're just gonna head in and check it out. So yeah, let's get it.
All right, so tell me about like your connection to Kolo and how everything came to this.
Well, Kolo actually is my nephew, as you know, and I've known Kolo since he was a little baby. You know, when his mom brought them from Japan, when his aunt was getting married. That was the first time I met Kolo. He was a little baby in his mom's arm, and then they left, went back to Japan, and then you know, he grew up in Europe practically before coming to the US. And when I saw him the last time when they finally got here, he was already a teenager, believe it or not. His mom and I are cousins. So she's the one that was really telling me about his interest in music. And when he started doing some recordings and everything, she started sending his material to me to listen to online. So that's when I really knew that he was really going to do something great in the future. And then when his mom, when he left Statesboro and came into Atlanta, he was trying to find somewhere to do his recordings. And so he approached me and said, Uncle, can I come over to your house and see if I can find somewhere that I can do my recordings? Because everywhere I try, it's kind of like noisy and everything. I said, yeah, come over. And I said, well, I was thinking about maybe making some room for him in my other living room and everything. So he said, no, how about the basement? And I said, well, you know, the basement is kind of cluttered. It's not really finished, so it's not a place where you can really do anything, but we can pull out some power in there for you to. He said, yeah. So he went down to the basement, looked at it. He said, Uncle, this is perfect. This is the kind of place that I'm looking for. I said, well, sure, go ahead. You got it.
Uncle Amos has like a cool like record collection that I've never really even used, crazy enough. As a hip hop producer, this is like a gold mine. I should have been using a lot of these, but my goodness, like he used to DJ back in the day. He's told me some stories of like, you know, just collecting records, having a bunch of records, just, you know, doing DJ stuff all across America when he was younger.
Yeah, when he came down to the basement, you know, I have been collecting vinyl records way back in the early 80s when I was in college. And I used to DJ on the weekends, parties, weddings, and everything. So when Kolo came down and saw my record collections, and he was like, wow, Uncle, where did you get? I said, well, I was a DJ too, you know, I was into music too, back when I was in college, way back in the 80s when I was much younger. So this is actually my formal dining area.
Right.
But as you can see, this is like where I set up all my music and everything, because I still play them. The Sugar Hill Gang, those are the Commodores over there.
Right.
John and Jackson. And I do some house music also.
Right.
I'm into variety of all kinds of music.
Right.
You know, I have my CDs over there. That right over there is some collections of house music.
Yeah. Better taste the music than me.
Yeah. So there you go. You keep it up, keep it going.
Thank you. All right.
That's pretty much it.
The basement started off as a place just to kind of like record. It was really just a place of just, I need someone to record. But soon it just slowly turned into this thing where it was like this creative like hub, you know. I started you know, even doing stuff with video and like, which wasn't even the plan at first. I have like these series called Free Basement, Mindstream, The Box, all these all these things that I started creating here just because I was in this space where I had time to think, had time to sit down and come up with ideas. And of course, Free Basement is like the most popular one, and I just kind of hit this level of consistency. But on top of that, it was like a place where I started being able to kind of become an artist in the full sense. You're making videos, you're editing them, like you're making beats, you're recording on these beats, you're mixing the beats, then you're putting things out. And so you start to kind of create the full idea of what like an artist or a creator is. And I think not having somebody to do that for me is why kind of like it kind of all worked out in a sense. And yeah, so that's kind of even bled into my versatility and other things. Now in life, I have an appetite for just trying to do everything, trying to do every little thing. And you know, that versatility obviously is spilling into my music. I like doing rap stuff. I like doing R&B stuff. I like doing, you know, club stuff, lyrical stuff. And so, you know, that versatility has become a strength. But, you know, at times you have to be careful because it can just easily become something that's like a kind of like a crutch, you know?
I'm focused, so don't ask me about no payments for your rover, girl. Hell nah, I ain't your meal ticket. I ain't the mother fools you scam, darling, I'm built different. Niggas say they gon' pull up, man, that's fictitious. He showed the gun just for the gram, he ain't really with it. Hell nah, I ain't your meal ticket. I don't wanna break your heart, girl, I'm too vicious. We gotta slow down like we driving in the school district. She want me all of word of mouth, just like Chris Bridges, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, Kolo. I knew you could do it, bro. I mean, lately, I've been worried. You've been making some very, very poor songs. I mean, legitimate audio terrorism. But this is it, bro. I need this every time. Bangers, nothing else. Thank you, man. Thank you. You got any more?
Of course.
Please, load it up. I want to hear it. Come on.
I got you.
Listen, baby, we both did some things. Mostly you. You slept with Devontae, Joey, Bradley while we been together. Even Kenny, and he's my roommate. I heard y'all through the wall even though I had my headphones on. The list of men goes on and it'll probably get a lot longer. I don't care about all that, I just want to be with you no matter what. All I ask is please, just hide it better. I know you keep running around on me and I don't care. I know you gon' cheat, but girl, just keep that to yourself. I won't ever leave you, I will not. I buy Louis V for you while you be getting popped. You can smash it right in front of me, I'll just watch. I'll cook breakfast for the both of you when y'all wake up. Please just don't leave me, and please hide it better when you cheating. I don't care that you slept with 5 guys yesterday. I'll put it to the side no matter what, I'ma stay. I don't care that my roommate hit while we been dating. As long as you don't break up with me, babe, can't take it, I can't take it.
No. Cut that off. Are we kidding? What are we doing here? Bro, what you mean? What you mean? Anytime you get in your feelings, you have to come into the studio and talk about some girl we don't care. We don't care about her, bro. I don't care about your feelings. We want that hard shit. You brought me, your manager, into the studio. For this? The lady's gonna love it, man. You ain't give it a chance. Just give it a gosh. The Sim Nation president is back at it again. Wanna be Keats Sweat. You Keats dry, nigga. We don't care about your love life. I don't care. I want to make it out the basement. I'm tired of eating public sandwiches. I'm tired. We need to pop right now. Nah, man, I'm done with this. Wow, this is really what you're doing, man. I mean, this is a good song. I mean, I'm showing versatility. This is what makes me different.
Yeah, I see the difference. I know you see it too. Yeah. I-20 East, got 20 in the tank. I be rolling around the city like Fred and the gang. I'm on my own wave, I'm independent like Percy Miller. You know I'm all about that cash money like Brian Williams. I won't sign the deal unless you talking big figures. Microsoft hate a nigga, I don't want no 360. Don't ask again, no I ain't paying for your Fashion Nova. You ain't my wife, you on your own, that's how it go. Too many nights that I've been locked inside the devil's chamber. I wish I knew before the pitfalls that this journey came with. A nigga tired, too often quiet, I never tell no one else, so it eats me up from inside. Too many talks with people as shallow as a lagoon, so I retreat deeper into myself to heal my wounds. It ain't working. I pull up and get you right, yeah. I pull up and get you right, yeah. I pull up and get you right, yeah. I pull up and get you, I pull up and get you, I pull up and get you right, yeah. I pull up and get you right, yeah. I don't look up to anybody else, they wanna all be me and they know it. I got the product flying off the shelf, labels ain't wanna sign me, yeah they blew it. Niggas is riding for me, yeah they said, I'ma make sure that kids don't drive a Buick. Benz is nothing less, high standard, stocks in foreign countries, fuck a paddock back in 09 and you had it. You watch now what happened. I might swipe on the black card, cop me a black Benz, pack it with Lupitas just for me and my black friends. We pull them cause they hear that we be spitting like Mac 10s. To be this good with words should be illegal like absence. I always break the laws, except the ones of power. I've befriended many foes to help defeat some of you cowards.
This is also where, of course, a lot of my music was created, pretty much all of it. Basement Files Volume 1, Basement Files Volume 2, all the singles before that, most of them were recorded here. Yeah, I have the post-its of like all the track lists and kind of like how the album evolved over time. You know, started this in 2018 in a college dorm room in Athens, Georgia, and transitioned slowly, went to Statesboro, stayed there for a little bit, then came here in 2018 in Atlanta, in Marietta, and that's kind of like where this thing started kind of growing. The album kind of started with this idea of like, I've always been making these EPs. I had Prelude, I had New Beginnings, I had Purest Release, I had these EPs, but I'd never made the jump to make an album because, you know, it was like, I'm not ready. It's just every time it's like, I'm not ready. It's not there. I'm not good enough. And so after I graduated, you know, from grad school, it was the time where I was like, okay, it's time. It just felt like time. Even though from then on, it took a while before the album became what it was, it was time. And I think that sets the tone of kind of the album. It's almost like this idea of, you know, not delaying anything, not waiting because things are not promised. There's like, we don't have infinity. It's not like this limitless clock for all of us. It's like, it's kind of like whatever you need to do, you kind of need to do it now. And you kind of have to live with that urgency. And yeah, I tried to capture that urgency in the album, and I think this place kind of played a part in how the album feels.
The Last Manifesto is a final statement of what I stand for and represents what I strive to be as an individual. This has truly been the greatest journey of my life. A journey of self-discovery, a journey of manifesting desires, all through music, what I believe to be one of the world's most powerful weapons for good. Music is one of the biggest gifts of my life. It's a privilege that I constantly indulge myself in because life all makes sense in that dimension. The serenity it brings is synonymous to the sounds of a heavenly forest. The power it has is limitless. The power of therapy, the power of escape, the power to create change, the power to simply be. I might not always have the answers, but music always provides the resolution that I so desperately seek. This is my pocket right here. I could go on for infinity, you know? Groovy. Not much change, but a lot changed, you know? Yeah. I could go on forever, these raps will never let up. The fact that you think I'll flop is only gonna make me better. Handshakes from snakes like volleyball, it's a setup so they can creep for you wake and rob you safe of all your cheddar. Not naive, unless innocent, really I'm rebellious. The studio's my temple and the work I I do is heaven sent. I be in the office, I be wildin' like a Meredith. Niggas want the feature, gotta pay and then I'm sending it. Lessons for the team, then it's always for the free. I don't look up to nobody cause I'm who I wanna be. I don't look down on nobody, man, we all just trying to breathe. We all just trying to eat, we all just try to stay up on our feet.
One of the main reasons, or the real reason I even came here, was because my mom was the one that was always pushing me. I was at a point in my life where I kind of wanted this music thing to work, but because I was kind of unsure and there was still a certain amount of uncertainty, I was kind of like not really kind of going for it. And she was the one that told me, like, it's time, you gotta go get it. There's no time to sit around, there's no time to do anything. And she was the one that obviously was asking Uncle Amos about the basement and kind of how I got here. And yeah, it's crazy, like someone like my mom had a huge part to play in kind of how all of this kind of came together. You know, not obviously she's my parent and she like raised me, so that you have that influence, but it's also the influence of being somebody that will push somebody even when they don't know they need to be pushed. It's about having that type of impact on people and being relentless and telling you, yeah, you need to find an engineer, you need to find somebody to mix, you need to find somebody, you know, you need to improve your production, you need to improve your singing, you need a space on your own. And this was all coming from a person that had no business or had no real experience in the music industry. Just somebody who was passionate and wants to see you win. And yeah, I'm definitely grateful for it because it's kind of made everything, really.
My mom passed away in November of 2019, and naturally it's an idea I'm still getting used to. It's so jarring when someone so permanent in your life is just no longer here. I don't even try to understand it anymore because I don't think it's meant for me to understand. It's just there for me to accept. I was only able to pursue a career in music while not having a job because of her belief and her sacrifice. Those long pharmacy hours paired with a brutal battle with cancer really changed my perspective of life, because through it all she continuously put others before herself. The value of someone making sacrifices for you is worth more than all the precious metals combined. The love that she had for me will forever be my light in a dark world. Since heaven's got a cost, I'll sell my soul to buy my trip up to you. If heaven's got a clock, just turn the... I'm inspired by my loved ones. I'm inspired by the opportunity to do more. I'm inspired by things that are only dreams but will eventually come into fruition. I'm inspired by the idea that life is not promised, and therefore breaking the gas pedal is my only option. I'm inspired because God has a purpose for me, and living out that purpose is my main goal. I know the perils of this world had me unraveling. My fears had me standing in place like a mannequin. Luckily I happen to have God as an advocate, telling me fear is power and all I need is some acid. My hope and prayer is that we all live out the lives we are meant for. That means living a life that extends beyond your life. To me, that's the truth here. We're all here because we all have value. And if we all have value, then we all have to live for more than ourselves. The Last Manifesto. The prelude was the joy of finding myself. New beginnings was me searching and pleading for help. Purest release was therapy, which would lead me to realize self-belief was the only validation I needed. And now I'm here to give the final chapter for all my youngins working for the dreams they always after. The pressure might try to crack your back like chiropractors. Withstand the world's torque, let plight ignite your passion. Too many kids in college.